Hello again. Carrying on from where we left off, we've come up through the history of our hermit kingdom of Teksta toward the time when player characters might appear. There are still, however, a few variant peoples and individuals we have yet to introduce. First on this list is a subspecies of kobold who reside in the Warren city simply called Sal, or Salt. Commonly called Salters by the goblins, the Sal Populo in the kobold's own draconic language. These are a warren of kobolds who have been mining salt for several centuries. By both proximity to the mineral itself and the rather potent inherent magic of the mountain, they have, much as other long-standing warrens in Teksta, taken on the coloration and texture of their environment. They are pale. Where did my mouse go? There it is. They are pale, off-white, with a powdery or sandy texture on their scales. Large calluses form surrounding their eyes, along their jawline and at their joints, giving their eyes a sunken appearance and making them look almost skeletal overall. Their voices are quiet, dry, and quite gravelly. All told, they are rather more off-putting than other kobolds. Their home warren is dug differently from other mining settlements of their kin. When they found the salt deposits, they followed them, digging shafts straight down for thousands of feet, then carving out pockets and caves at intervals along the depth. These are the chambers they live in. Though their urds can swiftly enough fly up or down between these chambers, the rest have built intricate footholds, ladders, and rope structures to ferry themselves and their precious salt back to the surface. The only reason they stopped digging deeper was that they found water. In the blackest depths of their shafts, they opened upon a brine. Water as salty as any ocean. Unfit to drink, but harboring life without light. Creatures more akin to the abyss at the bottom of a sea than to anywhere else. To the Salters, this became another resource. They fish these dark waters and eat their catch with relish, very seldom sharing the harvest with any beyond their own warren. Through magic, some have tried to explore this secret sea. But they've never found the bottom. Nor any other limits beyond the top where they enter. Because of their environment, and possibly due to their own skin, Salters tend to wear and use very little metal, and what they do use doesn't last very long. Iron will rust quickly on their person, copper and its alloys will turn green and flake away in time. Only silver and gold will resist the decay. This is the reason they will more often make their tools, weapons, and armor out of bone. Most commonly the bones of the larger creatures they pull up from the deep black of their sea. The odd, unsettling shapes of these bones only add to how unnerved others might become at their visage. Their queen, their Regina, Tacita Antonia, is a mean old woman. Though fair and honest, in protecting her people, she makes more than certain that the minimum her citizens receive and their city receive is their fair share. Salt is both a commodity and a necessity. So Tacita makes sure it's expensive, especially considering the hard labor her folk endure to pull it out of the ground. Any who have ever tried to cheat her lose some piece of themselves, be it a finger, a hand, or a head. Such trophies are displayed above her throne for all to see in warning, preserved, of course, with salt. Okay, so we have creepy little salt dragons wearing bone armor. Sounds like fun. I'd love to see anybody's interpretation of what they might look like. Hint, hint. Plus, I'd love to see some of them written up as player characters. Let's take a second and I'll show you their stat block. All right. Moving on. We're next coming to the Batrak kobolds. They have a warren city called Plum, where they mine lead and silver. The goblins call it Dank. It's a particularly wet place, directly beneath the swamp of Kelgamir and the recently settled town of Kelgalat. The kobolds here long ago interbred with a number of grung. The resulting eggs had to be gestated in still water and guarded against any predators, not just until they hatch, but until the tadpoles grow into their adult form, which takes several months. Their colors, much as in other warrens, match the materials of their environment. Dull grays with occasionally brighter stripes of silver. They gained some advantages from their strange heritage, however. These kobolds are truly amphibious, able to breathe air and water just as easily as each other. They're also poisonous to the touch and immune to the effects of poison. With access to the swift-flowing underground rivers that travel the entire mountain, the Batrak have become indispensable fast messengers and couriers between all of the warrens of their kin. There have never been any Batrak Erd. They just don't grow wings. But Batrak can swim faster than Erds can fly. Their Regina, their queen, Livia Augusta. She maintains a monopoly on fast communication, with the river messengers employed by all of the other kobold cities. She holds no guards. She states that she trusts her people and her poison to defend her, and that she's quite capable of defending herself should the need arise. The one at her side most often is a goblin. Waro Kelga Uxin, from the swamp town above. By luck of birth, is immune to poison. She visits to discuss matters large and small with the queen. Their close friendship, like all things Batrak, seem to unnerve some other kobolds. All told, Livia is direct and honest beyond tact. Her greatest concern is always protecting the egg chambers, since there are so few of her people when compared to the rest of the kobold kind in Teksta. So, let me show you their stat block. Okay. So there we have it. 2 new Kobold Subraces, or subspecies if you like, depending on which books you agree with. Each one is tied directly to their environment. One's for freshwater, one's for saltwater. As always, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you like and don't like. Tell me if I made any mistakes, and I can fix them. Give me ideas, tell me what you want to see, and I'll see what I can do. If you want to send images, if you want me to show them in a video, or if you want to sell me images to show in videos, I can figure out a way to pay. There's an email address on my Facebook page. I've got a few more people and places to bring up and describe before this kingdom is ready for player characters. And at the end of it, I've even gotten a campaign idea for you. To start things off. We'll talk to you next time.